My ex-girlfriend told me that my current girlfriend sabotaged our relationship. I, a 28-year-old male, am really confused about the events of the last month. My ex-girlfriend Julie, 29 female, believes that my current girlfriend Mindy, 28 female, is manipulative and sabotaged our 4-year relationship. Julie and I had been in a loving relationship for the past 4 years. We met through mutual friends, and we were very compatible, sharing a love for outdoor activities and running. We had similar lifestyles and supported each other well over the years. We had also been living together for the last 3 years and had even discussed getting married this summer. Everything was going great, and I was planning to propose to her over the holidays. However, I started to notice changes in Julie's behavior around September. She was acting distant and looked stressed, which was quite noticeable, and I became worried. I trusted her completely and couldn't imagine that she would cheat on me, but she did start spending more time alone. Around the same time, Julie's friend Mindy messaged me privately and asked if we could meet secretly because she wanted to tell me something about Julie. Mindy and Julie worked together, and I had known Mindy since I started dating Julie. I was surprised by Mindy's request, but to be honest, I assumed the worst. I met her at a cafe after work. She asked me if everything was going okay between Julie and me. Then, she dropped a bombshell. Julie had confided in her that she was planning to leave me soon. This was a total shock. I asked Mindy if there was anyone else that Julie was interested in, and she told me no. She said Julie wasn't sure about marrying me. Mindy claimed she felt compelled to tell me this because she didn't want me to be blindsided. I was devastated. After that, I started putting more effort into making our relationship exciting and planning more dates. Mindy was also helping me through this time, telling me more about what Julie had shared with her. Eventually, before Thanksgiving, Julie told me that she loved me but wanted to take a break for a month to live alone. She said she needed time apart to ensure she wanted to marry me. I was completely heartbroken. I asked her if she wanted to pursue someone else, but she insisted that wasn't the case and warned me not to do anything stupid either. She said she loved me with all her heart, but needed to be sure she was marrying me for love, not just because she was used to being with me. I didn't understand this at all, and told her that if she wasn't sure after 4 years, maybe we should just break up. We had a big fight, and eventually broke up. As our lease was ending, we decided to part ways in December. She got a new apartment, and I kept our old one, removing her name from the lease. After the breakup, I felt incredibly lonely as I wasn't used to being in the apartment alone. To shake off the sadness, I invited a bunch of friends over for a New Year's party, including Mindy. We had a good time, and my friends did their best to cheer me up. Mindy mingled with them, and it was nice. She decided to stay back to help me clean up, and we ended up hooking up that night. I felt guilty, but Mindy did cheer me up. Since then, we've hung out almost daily at my place. I'm still sad about Julie, but I won't lie. Being with Mindy makes me feel happy. She's sweet and caring. Last Sunday, we woke up to someone banging on the door. It was Julie. She looked furious and started yelling at me, accusing me of cheating on her. I told her that I certainly did not cheat on her and reminded her that she was the one who broke up with me. Mindy was also at my apartment, which made Julie even angrier. She started calling Mindy a manipulative jerk, claiming that Mindy had suggested she take some time away from me to understand her true feelings. I calmed Julie down and asked her to explain herself. Julie told me that ever since we talked about marriage, she had confided in Mindy about her doubts. Mindy kept asking Julie if she was sure about marrying me and suggested she take some time to herself to sort out her feelings. When I objected to the idea, Mindy convinced Julie that I was so controlling that I couldn't even give her 1 month alone, leading to our breakup. Mindy, on the other hand, denied this and claimed that these were all Julie's ideas. She said she was just present during the conversations and had only told me about some things to give me a chance to make things right with Julie. Julie became even more upset and started accusing me of emotionally cheating on her. She said that the last few weeks had made her realize that we were meant to be together, but she now couldn't believe I could move on from a 4-year relationship in a week. On one hand, I want to believe Julie, but she broke up with me for no fault of my own. Mindy was there for me when I was down, but now I also doubt her. It seems suspicious that she suddenly started talking to me, as we were never really close before, and she immediately became my support after the breakup, even though Julie was her close friend. Am I the jerk for emotionally cheating on Julie? Should I have told her about Mindy's texts? Should I have not moved on so quickly, even though Julie broke up with me? I was just hurting, and Mindy was there to support me. I need advice from someone with a clear mind about what the heck is going on. Update. My ex-girlfriend told me my current girlfriend sabotaged our relationship. I've been messaging Julie every day since then to try and talk to her, but she hasn't replied. I'm not sure if she's blocked me. Meanwhile, Mindy has been constantly messaging me, asking if we could meet and talk about everything. One day after posting, I decided to message Mindy and told her to be completely honest about what she had said to Julie. I warned her that I would go no contact if I found out she was lying. Mindy wanted to meet in person or talk on the phone, but I insisted on having everything in writing. Mindy messaged me, saying that Julie had always spoken highly of me over the years. When Julie told her about us planning to get married in 2024, Mindy said she was happy for both of us. However, Julie later confided in Mindy that she had cold feet and wasn't sure about marrying me because of issues she had observed in her parents' marriage. When Julie told Mindy that she wanted to take a break from me to sort out her feelings, Mindy felt bad for me and decided to tell me what was going on. Mindy said Julie was extremely upset after our fight and told her she would never marry me. Mindy also claimed that the only reason Julie came back was out of jealousy after hearing that I was moving on. She told me I was a good guy and hoped I would see that what we had was something special. I just said okay and told her I needed time. I continued messaging Julie once a day, hoping she would respond. On Friday afternoon, Julie finally replied. She said she wanted to meet and would come to our apartment on Saturday afternoon. I cleaned up the place, feeling deep guilt before facing her. When she arrived, she looked like a shell of herself, completely broken. We exchanged pleasantries, but it was clear neither of us was doing well. I started to apologize, but she stopped me and asked me to let her finish without interrupting. She had brought a notebook and had written down everything she wanted to say. Julie told me that she truly loved me. But after we discussed getting married, she started feeling scared of taking the next big step. She thought these feelings were normal and would go away, so she decided not to discuss her concerns with me. However, they kept eating away at her, and she made the mistake of talking to Mindy instead. She wanted to tell me everything now so I wouldn't get secondhand information about why she had been distant and why we broke up. She explained that her parents had a rocky marriage. Though they stayed together until her mom passed away in 2021 during the pandemic, they constantly argued. Julie always believed her mom didn't love her dad, but her mom was extremely dependent on him for everything. Julie never wanted to end up like her mom, especially after marriage. However, as we lived together, she started seeing some of those issues in our relationship. For instance, when we met, Julie had a lot of credit card debt and was bad at managing money. I helped her with that, and although we kept separate finances, I ended up managing all her finances and investments at her request to the point that she didn't even know where her money was. She also mentioned that while we both enjoyed making nice meals for dinner every day, she would lose all motivation to cook and end up eating cheese and crackers like a toddler if I worked late. Julie also pointed out that in our 4 years together, I had never said no to her buying anything, which made her feel like I coddled her. She admitted that she had grown too comfortable with all the luxuries and things I provided. When she talked to Mindy about these issues, Mindy initially just listened. But around September, Mindy told her about a cousin who had a similar issue and took a break from her fiancé. Within a week, she realized how much she missed him and never had doubts again. When Julie asked for a break, all she wanted was to live with her best friend for a few weeks to figure out her feelings. She didn't want to break up, but when I told her that maybe we should break up if she wasn't sure, she felt like she had made a huge mistake. However, she went ahead and moved in with her best friend in early December. On December 18th, she texted Mindy saying that she missed me and was ready to come back. Mindy, however, convinced her to take more time because I wouldn't want her back until she was 100% sure. When she found out about us hooking up, she felt blindsided. Julie asked if I wanted to try again, and I broke down in tears. I apologized profusely for everything. We talked for hours, and I realized I wanted to be with her more than anything. She is planning to move back in this weekend. We have both decided to talk to a therapist, both individually and as a couple, to work on our relationship and ensure we're doing it for the right reasons. Meanwhile, I have decided to go no contact with Mindy. Even if she only did it because she liked me, it was wrong. I am writing this to get it all off my chest and as a warning to others. If your partner comes to you with doubts, listen to them, talk it out, and go to therapy if needed. Do not jump to conclusions like I did, or you might end up hurting both yourself and the person you love.